Welcome to beautiful Japan. This is the best trip of the year, folks. I'm here to shoot the World Endurance Championship at Fuji Speedway, basically at the base of Mount Fuji. It's beautiful, it's incredibly scenic. My hotel here in Hakone is incredible. You just can't beat coming to Japan. I love visiting Japan. This is my second time here. I came for the same event last year, and it's just incredible. Just being here is amazing. Like the culture, the vibes here in Japan are just wild. The hospitality, the people are some of the nicest people in the world. And I'm just like, you just have a smile on your face the entire time you're here. Like I always say, Fuji Speedway is not my favorite track to shoot, but I'm still super happy the entire time I'm here because I'm in Japan and I'm so stoked to be here. I got here early. I spent a couple days in Tokyo, and then I've been here in the Mount Fuji area since Tuesday. It's now Friday morning. We're gonna head to the racetrack, but first we stop and get some breakfast. I'm actually gonna make two stops. Someone told me that I needed to go to 7-Eleven and get a smoothie made. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go get a smoothie, and then we're gonna go see the wonderful, nice ladies at Starbucks in Gotemba, where I've been going every day to get breakfast. And they basically know me by name now. So let's get the day rolling. If you've never been to Japan, to a 7-Eleven, it's quite an experience. It's not like 7-Eleven in the US or in Canada. It's like a religion here. They're on every corner. This small town of a couple thousand people has two 7-Elevens. There was a point in Tokyo where I walked outside of one and could see another one across the street. That's how many there are. And you can get everything here at 7-Eleven. And honestly, it's not like 7-Eleven home. It's not a bunch of overpriced stuff sold overpriced because, you know, the convenience, right? They're like, oh, well, we charge more because it's convenient to come here 24 hours a day. Stuff in there costs like the same as it does everywhere else. And it's incredible. You can get so many different things in there, all kinds of different drinks. You can get your beers, your liquor, you can get pharmacy items, you can get cleaning supplies, you can get all kinds of stuff at 7-Eleven. People literally go do a weekly shop at 7-Eleven. So if the first place you go when you land in Japan is not a 7-Eleven, you're doing it wrong. So I'm here to get a smoothie, and basically they come frozen in a little cup, and then you put it in a machine and it mixes it for you, which is amazing. And there you have it, a fresh smoothie and a bottle of Pocari Sweat because I'm addicted to that stuff now. And you can leave your, why don't you go to a local coffee shop, comments down below. But I do when I'm on vacation. When I'm working and I want something quick and I don't want to be, on Google looking at all different types of coffee shops to go to, I just go to what's familiar and convenient because, this is a work trip. The Starbucks gets pretty full of race crew people and WEC people, and there's people from Goodyear here and there because, again, it's convenient. And for a lot of people, Japanese food, especially around breakfast time, can be very different than what they're used to if they're from North America or Europe. Like I went to the breakfast at my hotel in Tokyo, and it was not really the kind of stuff I'm used to eating for breakfast. And I'm not much of a foodie, so I did kind of just go out, to McDonald's or whatever and grab, what I'm used to because it's what I like. But have been to a couple of local Japanese places here, and it's been quite great. Like for dinner and whatnot, it's been amazing. So I just love being in Japan. Like everyone here is so kind. Like it's fantastic. Welcome to Fuji Speedway. We've got the goods. The car's parked down there in that storm drain, and let's go to the media center. So they have lockers here in the media center, but we always joke that this is the safest track ever. You could leave all your stuff out sitting on the table and nothing would happen. You would not have to worry about stuff getting stolen here at all. But still put most of my stuff in the locker, although I did leave out like my laptop stand and my keyboard, stuff I don't want to set up every day because I'm just not worried about it going missing. It's not like we're in Barcelona or Monza where you're putting your stuff in a locker every time you're going to, the restroom because if you turn your back, it's stolen. So Love that about Fuji Speedway. So all set up now in the media center. I've just been hanging out for like a couple hours, honestly. Got here super early. I like getting in early. It lets me get some prep work done and stuff. I got my filming vest tabard thing that I have to wear trackside. These ones are great because they have lots of pockets. I also got stickers for my cameras. It's just here on the handle. They're really big and not really, easy to put anywhere. We had to have the stickers on so people know that we're licensed to film, even though I'm wearing a vest that says TV. But hey, anyway, we have the stickers on the cameras. I've never had anyone ask to see the stickers, but they're there just in case. So just going to basically chill now. I might run down to the pit lane, see if there's anything going on, people working on cars or whatever. And then I'm going to get suited up in my fire suit and do the entire first 90-minute session in the pit lane. So get all my pit lane stuff that I need because the light's not going to be very good at 11. So might as well do pit lane, and then we'll do trackside for the second session later this afternoon. So we have 2 90-minute practices today, which is great. There's so much practice in the WEC. We have another practice tomorrow before qualifying. So you have so much time as a one-person team, myself, to get lots of great content. So yeah, really looking forward to today. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. It's just, again, like I said in the Coda vlog, it's just great to be working in an international championship again, like WEC. It's really cool. It just has such a unique vibe to it. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Ran down to the other end of the pit lane here to Toyota Gazoo Racing quick because it's actually Kamui Kobayashi's birthday, and I've worked for him for a couple of years now. He's a good friend of mine, so I definitely wanted to come down and see his birthday celebration. I didn't film it though. I actually just took a few photos for him on this. I'm a Leica dick now. Yeah. I invested in this. My bank account is still crying. It's a Q2. And I wanted it as kind of like a travel camera, and I figured the first race to take it to would be Japan. What better place to be walking around shooting with a Leica? So yeah, I'm going to look down on all of you now and start talking down to you because I have a Leica, which makes me better than you. No, but seriously, it's an awesome camera. I'm still learning how to use it, and it's teaching me that I'm not a very good photographer, and I should stick to video. But no, having a good time with it. I was going to get like a Fuji film or something smaller, but you can't get them anywhere, and I got this used at a really good price. So I figured, hey, let me just get myself a Leica, and now I have a travel camera. So I'm going to head back down to Ford now for the start of this first practice. Alright, so back in the media center now. I've been editing for a while. Bit of an interesting first session. Like, I got really tired near the end, like starting to feel dehydrated, which wasn't good, and was just worn out from wearing a fire suit, and like the humidity's so high. But first hour was really good. Got pretty much everything I wanted, and more. I was using the Sigma 50mm f1.4, and like, it's just so much better than using a zoom. Like, it's so much sharper. It just looks so much nicer. So some of the stuff I've got, like, I'm really happy with. Just doing some editing now, getting prepped on this edit that's due at the end of the day. I'm feeling pretty good. I've got it like about halfway done already, and then just left some gaps where I'm going to put the on-track stuff that I'm going to shoot this afternoon. And that's kind of how I like to build my edits out, is to just sort of have an idea in my mind ahead of time with the music. What are we going to throw in there? I've worked in some scenic stuff that I shot the other day in and around Gotemba, of Mount Fuji, and of the historic village that I went to and everything, just to make it a little bit more interesting. Because again, this is a world championship, so you want to show, things of some things from the country that you're visiting. So I've got landmarks in like Tokyo Tower and things like that. So I think it's going to be good. I think they'll be happy with it. So feeling good about that. Just I'm going to do a little bit more editing here, and then get ready to go out in about an hour and a half for session 2. So was able to grab the shuttle for the outside loop, and I'm now here just kind of like, I guess this is technically turn 2 here at Fuji, where they come down the hill. They go down a super long straightaway into turn 1, huge hairpin, and then they kind of go back through this flowing section. I'm going to try and hit as much of the outside of the circuit as I can and try and end up in Sector 3, because in Sector 3 there is a beautiful shot that you can get on a wide lens of cars with the mountain in the background. Now that is if the mountain is not covered by clouds. Currently it is covered by clouds, but it tends to clear up right around the scheduled end of our session, which is about 5 p.m. So hopefully we'll be able to work the outside of the track. I've got a couple lenses with me. I've got a 100 to 400 and my 50mm 1.4 that I have just fallen in love with the last couple days again. So really enjoying shooting with that. But yeah, get a few different types of shots here. Unfortunately, these WEC races, you can see the banner behind me. The signage board goes almost, I'd say, a foot above the tire barriers, which makes it even harder to shoot. No other championship really does that, but the WEC does that. Apparently they actually use that as a selling point to sponsors, like, hey, we actually have more signage space than other championships, so good to get sponsors in the championship, gets us all out here, but definitely makes it more difficult for us. So really can't do that thing that I like to do where I have like the tire barrier sort of in the foreground. Can't do that when the signboard is sticking way up above the tires, but hey, we'll find a way. Find an answer. That's how I say, don't make excuses, find solutions. So let's get after it. Let's film some race cars. One thing that's really cool about coming to races in Japan, especially here at Fuji Speedway, is how well equipped the fans are for photography. Like, photography is a really popular hobby here in Japan, as you can imagine, because most of the best camera companies are all Japanese. And we joke that even a lot of the fans are like better equipped than we are. They have nicer kit, nicer gear, and they're very passionate about it. On the other side of the circuit, I saw about 10 different spectators with step stools so they can shoot from above the fence and everything. So it's really cool to see how passionate the fans are about their photography. All right, well, second session done, video editing done, and I am leaving the track at 6:43 p.m. That's unheard of. I'm stoked. So it's already dark. It gets dark pretty early here at this time of year in Japan. It's been dark for about almost an hour already. So gonna head to the car, hop in, get some food on the way back to the hotel. Might stop at 7-Eleven again to get a few more snacks for tomorrow. I ate most of my snacks today. Snacks are very important, so I need lots of snacks. But yeah, I'm gonna get back to the hotel and relax for a bit. Just chill. They have an onsen there that I might go. I went the other day and it's actually really enjoyable. Tenchi from D-Station Racing, who I worked for last year, they actually hooked me up with this hat today, which is amazing. It's a really cool hat. He recommended I try it, so I did, and I really enjoyed it. So I think I might go do that again tonight. My muscles are really sore. I did a very long run yesterday, and I have to run again tomorrow. So I think I'll go soak for a bit, try and recover. But yeah, looking forward to getting back to the hotel. It's crazy to be done this early. I've never done this early, except when I do like GT Open. When I did GT Open at Spa last year, we were done at like 3 o'clock every day. It was great. Yeah, we're gonna head back. We will see all y'all tomorrow. Good Saturday morning, and welcome back to Fuji Speedway. I parked my car in the media storm drain, and now headed up to Media Center. We're gonna get set up. Practice is at 10 today. Well, actually it's at 10:20, but at 10, there's the circuit safari, which I'll tell you more about later. It's one of the coolest things in all of international motorsport, and something that's very unique to Japan, and it's just awesome. But I have to do some interviews in the Proton Garage at 9 o'clock, so I'm in nice and early to get set up for that. Gotta get some prep work done on my editing for the day. Then we have the final practice session and qualifying later today. Arigatou gozaimasu. like it was a romantic encounter. They were sitting like really close together, like, you know, like knee inside the other one's knee. So, paddock love.
Michele, how's your weekend going? Warm and melting. Do you enjoy coming to Japan?
Not really, not the way we do it.
I mean, if we were here for vacation, it would be much better.
Exactly, it could be anywhere now in the world because it's literally not from Japan, so yeah. Oh, that's the mountain. Not our mountain.
No.
Whirlwind start to the day, and I completely forgot to do updates earlier, but we're out here for free practice 3, and we just had the circuit safari, which you're seeing on screen right now, which is literally tour buses going around track with people inside with the race cars basically going full speed. And it is the coolest thing ever, and it's something unique that they do here in Japan, where they just let people ride these buses around and see the cars up close while they're basically running at full speed. And they didn't take the chicane down here. They just they just straight shot it, which is fine, but drive-through penalty for that. But it's so cool and such an interesting image to see like buses on track with race cars, and just it's so cool. Japan's awesome. God, everything about this place is amazing. So super cool. And I know people are going to say, well, what about the safety with that? How is that safe? And I know there was some stuff, you know, last year when there's a viral video on TikTok of, you know, Porsche Cup cars driving to the grid with safety trucks, and people saying that's a shambles, someone might get killed. These are professional race car drivers. If they cannot drive slowly next to the bus when they come up to it and avoid it, we have serious problems. It's done very safely. Japan has some of the highest safety standards in the world, and it's awesome. Pound sand, it's amazing. If you think it's unsafe, that's your prerogative, but try and find some joy in your life, okay? I love safety. My wife is a safety specialist, but it's awesome, okay? It's dope. Just enjoy things. Now we're going to get actual free practice 3 started in a minute. And I actually got a new lens to try out from Sigma Japan that they let me borrow, and it is a 28 to 45 f1.8, and the zoom is all contained inside the lens. It doesn't extend. I've just used it for the safari there. You saw some images from it, and it looks absolutely incredible. I've been using Sigma glass for a long time. Most of my glass is Sigma, and I love their stuff. It's as good as any of the native like lenses, as, you know, Nikon, Canon, Sony, and it's usually about half the price, and it is absolutely incredible. They do great work. I shot some interviews this morning with my 50mm f1.4, and you can see these on screen right now. They look insane. The bokeh's unreal. It's so sharp. Like Sigma glass, I need to get a Sigma sponsorship. That would be one I would be willing to do. And speaking of sponsorships, if you want to get one of these dope hats hidden under my sunglasses from a Lockdown brand, or some awesome t-shirts or hoodies and other stuff, you can go to lockdownbrand.com and use my code MARK10 for 10% off. And I get small commission. I get like $4 if you buy a hat. So it helps the channel. It's race car time. Alright, so about 15 minutes left in this session, and we are under red flag. Don't know what it's for, because it didn't happen anywhere that I can see. Unless I could text someone. I could text Emma or something and find out. But yeah, under red flag, so the cars have all returned to the pit lane. Hopefully, they get back running again. I'm just hanging out in Sector 3. I haven't had much time to go many spots, and this is a very hilly section, so it's quite difficult to walk. I'm actually going to run the track later, and I'm not really looking forward to Sector 3. But it'll be good training. I've run Spa, so like I've run some tracks with a lot of elevation, so I should be all right, but it's not going to be fun. Yeah, so just waiting now, chilling. I've been using the tripod today. The 28 to 45 that Sigma gave me is really cool. I've been using it a little bit. Also using the other lens that I have, my 100 to 400. And just doing a mix of slow-mo and 24 and just trying to get some different stuff. So I feel pretty happy with what I have. We have 6 hours during the race, so I'll have lots of time to get good stuff. So yeah. Do I hear racing engines? No, it's in my head. Well, hopefully we get going here again. There is about 14 minutes left. So you probably already guessed this, but the session didn't get restarted. So that was the end. And Yeah, now we're back in the media center. I just had a quick bit of lunch, and then I'm gonna go shoot the autograph session. So just dumping my cards right now, nothing crazy. Gonna go down to the autograph session, get a few shots there, just kind of based on what the guys talked about in the interviews. Because when I do these sort of like longer pieces of interviews and everything, you really want to get those interviews kind of shot a bit early if you can, and then get sort of B-roll that lines up with what, you know, your subject talked about. So you go down and get some shots of the fans and everything. The autograph session here is amazing. You'll see how respectful the Japanese fans are. They will line up, you know, and they will take one hero card. They will ask if they want a second one. Could I please have a second one? They're very polite. It's kind of like the exact opposite to races like Le Mans or Spa 24, where unfortunately a lot of the fans are just like snatching stuff off the table, trying to take 5 wristbands. You know, at the Le Mans driver parade, you can watch my vlog from that. You know, there was literally like people in their 40s and 50s snatching things away from children and screaming their heads off for a wristband. It's quite shocking, so I much prefer this. All right, so I'm down on the pit wall. The autograph session and pit walk has begun, and it is incredible. Look how orderly this is. I mentioned this before. People are so courteous. They're queuing nicely. They're politely asking for an autograph. It's just, again, stark contrast to races like Spa 24 or Le Mans, where the fans are much less organized. You know, even at Misano this year, I saw, you know, people pushing and shoving quite a bit to get Valentino Rossi's autograph. Everyone here is just courteous, kind. It's incredible. I made my way down to Toyota, and it's pretty wild here. Kamui's putting tattoos on people. It's pretty insane. This is the best autograph session of the year. I usually hate autograph sessions because it's just like people signing stuff and it's not interesting. But this one's awesome for so many reasons. Again, got to do more races in Japan. If this is what it's like all the time, might have to do Super GT or Super Formula or something. In fact, I would love to do that. So if there are Super Formula teams or Super GT teams that want an awesome videographer, just comment down below. As you can probably tell by the helmet and fire suit that it is now qualifying here down in the pit lane. Qualifying. It's 12 minutes, and then the top 8 advance to the hyper pole. So there's GT cars right now, and then the hyper cars will go out after. So we'll see if either of the Fords advance. If not, ends early for me. Just navigating on vibes right now, just chilling. I might be taking a short break to watch the Sandown 500. Supercars is my favorite type of racing, so hopefully I don't get kicked out of the media center for streaming other races and slowing down the Wi-Fi, but hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. Alright, so scanned out. And yeah, I can head back to the car. Decent, interesting day. Like, I mean, the first session was alright, but looking through my footage, like, really, I struggle here. This is not a great track to shoot. Like, anytime you're close to the cars, they're going really slowly. It's just, it's hard to do good video here or to feel happy with it. Like yesterday, my edit was amazing. I was super happy with my edit. I planned it out. I had all kinds of scenics in it. And today, I kind of just sat down to edit it at the end of the day. I had the music picked out, but just wasn't really super happy with it and wasn't super happy with a lot of my footage. And it's just one of those days where it was fine. Everyone's happy, right? Clients are happy, that's what matters. But I just wasn't really feeling it, you know? Just struggled a bit today, and you're gonna have those days. So it is what it is. Tomorrow we have the race. So wound down by going for a run on track. I did 2 laps. Sector 3 is a bitch. 92 meters of elevation in 2 laps and like 8 and a bit kilometers. So that was a little bit rough, but hey, got it in. Ran 50 kilometers this week. So folks, you can still stick to your training even when you have a job with a ridiculous amount of travel. You just have to want to do it. So got that done. Gonna go actually out for dinner now with Rebecca and Emma to the Indian restaurant in Gotemba. The British people want to go to an Indian restaurant. Shocking. Very on brand. But yeah, good day. Looking forward to the race tomorrow. It's 6 hours. It's going to be hot. It's going to be humid. It's not going to be fun. But, you know, it is going to be fun because I get to film race cars, and that's awesome. So a couple hours out, a couple hours in the pits, last hour or so out, and then kind of wait around and see what happens. So that's where you kind of have to play a 6 hour race. You're not really going to have much time to go to the media center and edit. You're just basically going to be out shooting pretty much the entire time and edit at the end. So that's the plan for tomorrow. We'll see how it goes. And I will see everyone in the morning. Good race day morning. I'm just here at the hotel, just getting ready to go. It's 6:15, just got up. Actually woke up at like 5:45 because like I haven't been sleeping super well in Japan. It's a long trip where you cross the international date line. So the jet lag has been pretty insane, but I've got my yoga mat set up so I can do my stretching and everything that I have to do so I can cheat death for another day and not throw my back out. I'm also making coffee right now. You can probably hear the kettle boiling. They actually have this like little pour over thing, which is really cool. I'm out of cream and milk though, so I have to like drink it black, but it's nice to have a little cup of coffee to wake up. I'm of course going to go to Starbucks on the way to the track again. And I've also got the outfit laid out for the race. Look at that. The drip for race day. I wore this exact outfit a couple weeks ago at COTA, and Scott Bartlett from Ford was like, can I just take a moment to appreciate your drip on the grid? All green. So obviously we have, you know, lockdown shirt. It's very nice. I've got my green socks. I think these are from Shoe. These are actually like racing socks. They're not cheap, but they're very good quality socks. And then I've got the green Icon LD snapback. I love these hats. They're absolutely awesome. I'm telling you. I know I talk about these a lot in my videos, and I apologize for pitching the hats to you, but they are dope, and I would wear them even if I wasn't an ambassador. And like I said before, you know, you can get one at lockdownbrand.com. Use my code MARK10, and you'll get 10% off, and I'll get a small commission. I get like $4 if you buy a hat. Yeah, and I'm just gonna wear black shorts with that because like black shorts kind of go with everything. So yeah, the drip's gonna be amazing. Looking forward to that. I almost actually brought another like silicone wedding ring. I have a green one, but that would have been a little bit too much. But it's like green for like green flag for race day. Get it? All right, I'm gonna do my stretches and then get in the car and head to the circuit. God, folks, I almost forgot. We have to do the Merben video accommodation shower review. So here it is. This is the shower. It's pretty fantastic, actually. It's got a curtain, which is amazing. Again, I know some people are afraid of these, but it doesn't stick to you. You just don't know how to use one. It's very good pressure, but it's a smaller shower handle, but very good pressure. There's nice soap in there. It gets very warm very fast. I kind of want to give it like a perfect 10. It's been pretty fantastic. It's been an enjoyable experience, but I will say it's a little bit low. I kind of have to like go like this because I guess it's designed for people that are shorter. And also all the tubs here in Japan are like super high. Like I bashed my knee off my one at my last hotel. So that's kind of annoying. So I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10 though. It's still a very good shower. One of the best I've had this year. So 9 out of 10. Well, welcome to Fuji Speedway for Sunday race day. And I'm just on my way to go get some shots of the fans all queued up for the grid walk. There's an incredibly orderly queue over here of, I have to say, thousands of fans waiting to go on the grid walk. Everyone is just like chilling, very kind, no one's pushing and shoving. They're gonna actually very calmly walk them down with this like rope in front of them. So Nobody can run or anything, and it's just very cordial. So there's another grid walk today. I know we had a grid walk yesterday. We're gonna do another one today. I really love that WEC does 2 during the weekend. So fans that can maybe only come on Saturday can do one, or fans that are only coming to race day also have an opportunity to do a grid walk in the autograph session. It's great that, you know, all the drivers are mandated to come to the autograph sessions. The team can actually get fined if drivers don't come to the autograph session or leave the autograph session early. So there's even been times where like teams have been accused of a driver like not being there, and they've had to provide like time-stamped photos to prove they were there to avoid getting a fine. So it's really cool, and honestly, it's just great that we do this in sports car racing. It's just something that fans just can't experience in bigger championships like Formula One, but it's awesome. We got fans with all kinds of gear here. I was talking to Zachary Robichon yesterday, and he said there were fans that had like his IMSA car from 2019 and stuff for him to sign. So the passion of the Japanese fans for motorsport is amazing. All right, so autograph session done. I'm down in the pit lane here before the start of the race now. The pit lane opens in about 6 minutes, and then the cars will come out, they put tires on them, the whole thing. They kind of do like a recon lap, and then they drive to the grid. Now, why am I in a fire suit and a helmet? Well, the regulations in the WEC are that if we are on the grid, or we have to cross the pit lane to go to the grid before the cars are stopped, like while the cars are still driving to the grid, we have to be wearing a full fire suit and helmet just like we would if we're in the pit lane during a race, like during race conditions. So unfortunately, that means that in this heat and humidity, I have to be wearing a fire suit. But you know, it is what it is. So I'll have to be now wearing the fire suit for the start of the race, because I don't have time to go back and take it off after the grid's over. It's such a quick grid evacuation. I'm still trying to decide where I'm going to shoot the start of the race. I want to do it in 1, but am I going to do it turn 1 on the inside, turn 1 on the outside? Now, if I do turn 1 on the outside, that's the standard shot of them coming directly at you on a riser. But the problem with that is I don't really have anyone near the front, and also then I'm stuck on the outside. And I don't want to shoot on the outside today at all. I've been all around the outside, but I'll have to get in a shuttle and go all the way back to the paddock, and then jump in the inside shuttle and shoot the inside of the track. So my plan today is to not spend very much time trackside, because I already have so much action of cars going around. There's a couple spots I want to go, but that's about it. And then I just want to do pit stops, because I need lots of pit stops. That's what's going to make the beefy part of my edit. So yeah, that's basically the plan for today. But I'm going to shoot the grid now. Got to get a lot of good stuff on the grid here, and then time to head down to turn 1. There's also going to be a helicopter flyover, which I'm stoked about. What are you doing? Try not to melt today.
Give us all, yeah. I get hot in the garage occasionally.
Yeah, true.
You're stuck out here.
I wore it all 6 hours last year and nearly died. I'm trying not to do it again this year.
If you need a drink, pop in, yeah?
Appreciate it, man.
そして、昨年のウィナーで今年はですね、違う
This might be the most hectic grid walk of the year, maybe even more than Le Mans. So many people down here, but it's awesome to see everyone out on the grid walk. Unfortunately, it is not open to every fan. It is for like VIPs and guests and whatnot, but so cool to have everyone down here with Kamui firing off t-shirts and people. There's people in traditional dress. It's amazing. Apparently we're going to have a flyover soon. 7-4. Stoked for that. But I'm going to start heading down to turn 1. The race starts in about 25 minutes. I just want to get down there in plenty of time. Good luck today, mate. Thank you, man. Have fun. Cheers, man. All right, so I figure we have a little chat while I'm on my walk down to turn 1 here. It's quite the way. It's a very long straight. But why do I shoot the grid walk? Why is the grid walk so important? Well, when you're editing a video recap of an event, you want to do something that encapsulates the entire event. You can't just have cars driving around in a circle. Like, that's cool, but you want to have footage that shows everything that happened at the event, and having footage of the crew as the car rolls in, having them put the skates underneath the car, you know, having, like today, them shooting t-shirts in the stands, having the models on the grid. All of those things help to show what the event was really like. You know, it helps encapsulate everything that happened. And it's just really important, and at least I think it's really important to put together a great edit. So that's why shooting the grid walk is super important to the content that I make. It's not a bad spot to shoot the start. The mountain's out, just the tip of it. So we'll see how this goes. It's risky. You'll notice how everyone's over on that riser over there. There's 3 of us here. So either we're geniuses or we're stupid. So the second one. We'll see how it goes. The second one. just going to do a bit more shooting here. I'd like to get down to T6. Sounds like the Fords are going to double stint. I really only want to shoot a pit stop that's going to be tires or a driver change. Fuel-only pit stops are not interesting, but get a few more shots here, and then we'll head back to the pit lane. Well, hello again. Spent quite a lot of time in the pit lane now, and if a team could just change the tires on the car, that would be great. Fuel only, fuel only, fuel only. Like, do we not need tires? Or the tires they just don't degrade? We can just do fuel only? I think the rule should be that you have to like come in, take the old tires off, put new ones on, pause for a minute, then take the new ones off, put the old ones back on. You want to keep the same tires, you at least have to do a change for us to film or take photographs of. So yeah, a little frustrated. Did get one tire change at Ford, so that was good. But yeah, change the tires, please. I've been wearing fire suit pretty much all day, and I can feel the sweat running down my back. It is disgusting. This is not fun. Like, I'm swamp assing it. Like, I am not feeling good. I am so sweaty. It's ridiculous. Like, I don't even think that I want to wash my clothes. I think I just want to burn them. Not looking forward to taking my sweaty underwear and shirt home to Canada in my luggage after this, because I don't have any way to wash it tonight or tomorrow morning. So I might just burn them. I might just throw them in one of those combustibles bins. We're down to about an hour and 10 minutes left. I'm going to get one more pit stop here. Looks like we're going to do another driver change on the 88 Ford. So we'll get that. The light, well, it's blown out there, but to me it looks absolutely mint. So it's going to be great. We're going to crush this last pit stop. I got some amazing stuff earlier in the pit lane. Just kind of when I was waiting around, I shot some other teams' pit stops just for giggles. Got some pretty good. So feeling good. Yeah. Just swamp ass situation. Not great. Definitely looking forward to a shower. It's going to be the best shower I've ever had, I think, in my 9.5 out of 10 shower in my hotel. All right, so the end of my race was pretty uneventful. Nobody on the podium, unfortunately. Ford just didn't really have a good day. Cars not really suited to the track here, so both cars finished pretty far down the order. So just working on a recap video now. I'd like to get that completely finished tonight, so the folks back in North America have it for when they wake up in a few hours and can post it. And then I'm done. I'd like to be completely wrapped of everything before I leave the track tonight. So not to do anything when I get home or anything on the plane tomorrow. I can just relax. So that's my plan. It's probably going to take 2 or 3 hours to finish. But I think it's going to be shorter than I thought now that the result wasn't what we wanted. But yeah, probably about 3 minutes long. So we'll get that done, and then I'll work on this recap video, and then hopefully I'm not going to try and get done by a certain time or anything. I just want to get it done, make sure it's good, wrap it up. If I get out of here and it's 10 or 11 tonight, whatever, it's not a big deal. So we'll get it done, and that'll be the end of the 6 hours of Fuji for me. Well, hello everyone. As per usual, when I'm filming the wrap-up, I'm no longer in the place the vlog happened, which is Japan. I'm actually at Michelin Raceway Road Atlanta for the last IMSA race. It's about 3-4 weeks after the Fuji race, but I just want to take time to say I really appreciate everybody that watched the vlog. I had a lot of fun in Fuji. I know it kind of an abrupt end to the vlog. Honestly, during the race, I really only shot trackside for about an hour and 20 minutes and then spent the rest of the time in the pit lane because that's what I needed. Wasn't the best race for the cars that I had, unfortunately, as I said, but I had a great time. Anytime you get to go to Japan is amazing. The trip to Japan really reminds me of how fortunate I am to do what I do, to go to really cool places. We go to a lot of not so cool places, but every now and then you get to go to somewhere amazing, and it was unbelievable to get to go back to Japan and have it be for work, be on someone else's dime, and I really enjoyed it. I want to thank the Japanese fans. I want to thank everybody at Fuji Speedway. They were incredibly nice, incredibly hospitable, gave us everything that we needed. They were just amazing people to be around, and I want to thank all my friends for making it a fun, memorable trip. It's great to get to do what I do with people that I love being around. So yeah, thanks so much for watching, folks. If you made it all the way to the end, I'd really appreciate it if you hit the subscribe button. It helps me a lot. Also, leave a like and leave a comment. Let me know what you liked. Let me know what you didn't like. Let me know what you want to see in the future. I've got more vlogs in the pipeline. But again, thanks so much for watching, and thanks so much for following my journey. It's really great that there's so many people out there that want to see, what it's like to be a motorsport videographer. And that being said, we'll see you in the next one.